All right, in this next set of questions, so all of the questions will reference the balanced chemical equation here at the top, and but we'll be doing different things. So there are 4 separate problems, all using this same reaction for the combustion of octane and oxygen to give us CO2 plus water. For A here, we're given 50 moles of octane. And we're asked how many moles of water will form. So for every 2 moles of octane that are combusted, 16 moles of, let me get this right, 18 moles of water will form. Okay, so the ratio is 2 moles of C8H18 to 18 moles of water. Okay, and so this is actually one of the ones I can do in my head. This is 450 because 18 divided by 2 is 9. 9 times the 50 gives me 450 moles of water that are formed. All right, next question. Again, completely new question. Just going to use this reaction again. So 342.69 grams of octane. And we're asked how many moles of O2 are required to completely burn this. To relate any 2 chemical species, we always have to get to moles. And so I have to use 114.22 grams of octane. Is 1 mole of octane. And for 2 moles of octane, 25 moles of O2 are required. Okay, so 37.5 grams of O2 is what's required to burn this mass of octane. All right, next problem. Again, going to start with that same balanced equation. And it says if we start with If we start with 14.422 grams of octane, and we're going to convert it to moles again. And this is no coincidence that I picked this to be 1/10 of this value. And it's talking about how much CO2 is formed. So for 2 moles of C8H18, we are forming 16 moles of CO2. And the question is asking us for grams, so we need the molar mass of CO2. 1 mole of CO2 has a mass, and it's way up here at the top again, 44.01 grams of CO2. Okay, so 44.5 grams of CO2. All right, last one. Going to use that same problem again. Now it's asking us if 704.16 grams of CO2 are formed, how many grams of water must also be formed? Again, to relate any 2 chemical species, we always have to go through moles. 44.01 grams of CO2 is 1 mole of CO2. And I gave myself the molar mass up here at the top. Now I can do the mole to mole ratio. 16 moles of CO2. When 16 moles of CO2 are formed, 18 moles of water are formed at the same time. And then finally they ask us for a mass of water, so I need to use the molar mass of water, which is 18.02 grams of water is 1 mole of water. Three 324.36 grams of water are formed at the same time.